y'all, Tanner here. It's a great day at Chick-fil-A. Here's my audience. Today I'm going to be telling you a little about how Chick-fil-A is the best place for a teenager to go work at for their first job. Ever since I was a little girl, I've always talked about wanting to go to Chick-fil-A to work there. Every other week, I would tell my parents that I wanted to go eat at Chick-fil-A. It didn't matter if I had gone the day before, I would still want to go. Even if it was on Sundays, I was still asked to go to Chick-fil-A, even though I knew that they were closed already. My brother has now worked there for 4 years. When he started when he was 16, he started making $7.25 an hour. Now he makes $10 an hour. One of the best things that he loves about Chick-fil-A is that he gets to keep his job even though he's in college. This is good so that when he comes home for Thanksgiving breaks or Christmas break, summer, he can just message them and let them know he's coming home, and they'll put him into the schedule. Another thing that he likes a lot about Chick-fil-A is the college scholarships they offer. This year and the year before that, he has made $2,500 in scholarships for Chick-fil-A. Every year, they do it where you can apply for a scholarship by a deadline to make $2,500 or the extra bonus that's $25,000. So that since you can apply every year, you can make up to $10,000 in scholarship money. Starting at Chick-fil-A, you can make $8 per hour. This is very good since most places it's $7.25 per hour for minimum wage. Another good thing is that we get paid every 2 weeks. This is way better since most places get paid once a month. A good thing about Chick-fil-A that I like the most is the flexible schedules we have. We actually have an app for this so that you can just message in days that you cannot work and let them know in advance. You gotta let them know 2 weeks in advance to get it approved. They honestly like it to be 3 weeks in advance, but if it's 2 weeks, that's okay. If you do get put on the schedule, you can just find someone else to work for you and trade schedules with them if needed. Another good thing that I talked to them about when I first started working there is that if you do have sports that you play, you're allowed to be out for 1 or 2 seasons. You can't have 3 sports you play. So that for those 2 seasons, you would only work Saturdays. I talked to them about this, how I'm going to have soccer in February. So they told me that I would be working Saturdays for that month until May. Another great thing about us is our great hospitality. We are taught through Chick-fil-A about not only giving respect to our customers, but also to our other fellow workers. Another good thing is that it's not only about my pleasure, but it's also about, just making the customers feel at home and ask them how their day is. And so one thing we do is that when we're serving at the window, if someone comes up to the window and we don't have their food yet, we'll go and talk to them for a minute until we have their food so they just feel welcomed and not like, they get aggravated because we don't have their food yet. Another great thing is our owners. Our owners treat us with respect just like we do them. One good thing is that our owner, Sean Willis, sets up times when we can all get together as a group. Like we had a pumpkin carving contest in October so that we could get together outside of work so that we can just make those connections we need. And another good thing is we have a Christmas, kind of like a Christmas party we'll have coming up soon so that we can just have a good time for Christmas. And then some other things we do is when you graduate, they'll throw a party kind of thing for the kids graduating so that it just shows that they really do respect you. And then another good thing is that we get 30-minute breaks when you work 4 or more hours. So during these breaks, you get $7.50 to $7.80 to be able to get you some food. This is good because most places do not provide you with money to get food. Another good thing, like I said earlier, is that we are closed on Sundays. Another thing that we have is we now have a Chick-fil-A One app. This is where you can scan to get points towards free stuff. You can also on this app place mobile orders. We have it where you can place them where you can go through the drive-thru and pick them up. Or we used to have curbside, but we currently do not have this. And then you can also come inside and pick up your mobile orders so that your food is prepared ahead of time. And just recently came out where you can place a mobile order and come inside and sit down and eat. You just need to tell it where you're going to be sitting at. And then Another good thing is that Chick-fil-A gives us our uniforms so we don't have to pay for them. But when you do purchase a jacket, they'll give you 50% of it, and then the other 50% you have to pay for. So they'll take that out of your check. And another thing is that when you are working drive-thru when it's very cold outside, there's heaters out there so that it's not too cold. We also have extra jackets and scarves and gloves in the back they'll bring out to you if you're really cold. And another thing is that you can have free hot chocolate during this time so that you can just warm up. Another thing I learned in my training is that no one is just a number, they are a name. So when we call out your number for when we're getting your food to you, we do not do numbers, we actually do names instead so that you feel welcome and you don't just feel like a number or anything like that. So overall, I think that Chick-fil-A is a really good place to be working at. The hospitality is great, we all treat each other with respect, and it's just a place that you should work at for your first job. Thank you for listening to my speech.